Hi guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Debbie, and if you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Click that button down below and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So today's look is this one right here. It's more of like a smoldering, a little bit smoky of an eye. I did go in with the Morphe 35G palette. Again, I really do like that palette, so I know some of you wanted to see another look with it, so this is the one I came up with. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright guys, so as you can see, my brows are filled in, my eyes are prepped and ready with some MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and now I'm just going to jump into the palette, which is this one today. This is the Morphe 35G Bronze Goals palette. I really do like this one, you guys. I already created a look using this palette. I will leave it down below for you guys, but just in case, this is what the palette looks like. I have used a lot of these already, and today I'm going to create a nice smoky, maybe smoky smoldering eye, which I'm really excited about. So I'm just gonna jump right in. I'm gonna grab I have this brush here. This is the Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here called Naked. It's this one right here. And I want to use a color like that, nice and warm, just so we can get the look started. It's going to help blend all the colors together. So I'm just going to apply it right here in the transition area, and don't worry if you get it on the lid, because we are just going to add another color over top of that anyway. So just make sure you keep it low like this on the transition area. We are going to add a nice bone color to the brow bone area, so just try to keep it right in this area here and don't go past it. Alright, so now that we have this nice brown shade on the transition area, I'm gonna grab any cream shadow, and I'm just going to apply that on the brow bone. That's the only thing that's missing in this palette, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I can easily grab another nice creamy vanilla shade from another palette and apply that on the brow bone. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this Morphe M421 brush, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here. This one is called Burnt. This one right here. It does have some specks of glitter in it, but I'm pretty sure that the glitter is not going to appear, but just know that it does. So I'm just going to grab it with this brush right here, and I'm grabbing this brush because it's very small and detailed, but also has like a perfect shape for applying. So I'm just going to apply that on the lid. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just pretty much going with the shape of the eye and just applying that darker brown on the lid. Alright, so now I'm going to grab my Sigma E40 brush again, and I'm going to go back in with that shade Naked, and I'm just going to blend those two together just so it doesn't look harsh or anything, and you can just see one transitioning into the other, you know? Just looks a little soft in between the two shades, just like that. Alright, now I'm going to grab this shade right here. This is a black shade right here, and it's called Deep End. I'm going to grab a Morphe 321 brush, and I'm going to apply that right here on the outer V, right over that brown, that dark brown. Just gonna blend those two together on the outer V. I'm gonna grab a little bit more and apply that on the other side. I'm gonna go back in with my Sigma E40 brush, and I'm just going to grab a little bit more of Naked and just go over all those 3 shades. Well, the other 2 shades, mixing Naked. I'm gonna grab a little more of Naked and apply some on this side. All right, so that's looking pretty good so far. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a little bit of, I do want to grab a little bit of this e.l.f. Long Lasting Lustrous eyeshadow. It's this one right here, and I have it in the shade Toast, just like this. And I kind of want to apply some on the eye for some dimension. Let's see how this works. Ooh, that looks good. So I'm going to add a little bit of this. It's not really changing the shadow, the color of it. It's just giving it a little bit of a like a sparkly effect. You see that? Like a nice little glittery effect to that. Looks good. I like this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some lashes off camera, and when I'm done I will be back and we will finish off the look. Alright, so I'm back. As you can see, I finished applying my lashes, and I went in with these Remy lashes. These are from Ardell. These are the 778s, and that is pretty much it. So now we are going to move on to face primer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of this one. This is the Master Prime from Maybelline. This is the Blur and Redness Control Pigments Primer, and all I'm going to do is apply this all over. I'm also going to grab my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I'm going to add a little bit in my pores area, which is right here. I'm going to push that in and over here as well on my chin. I'm going to apply some on the nose as well. I don't have much on the nose, but I do have a little bit, and I might as well. And now for foundation, I'm going to go in with one of my favorites. I really love this foundation. It's just such a good foundation to have. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear 24-Hour Foundation. This is in the shade 460. I'm actually going to use my Real Technique sponge today. I was using the Morphe one, and I can't get myself to really like it. I don't know what it is. I mean, I know what it is. It's the fact that the sponge is really not bouncy. Like this one, I feel like I have no control. And I just love my Real Techniques one. Alright, so for concealer, I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. And this is in the shade Warm Beige. And I'm going to blend it with my Real Technique sponge. Alright, so now to cream contour, I'm going to grab another Too Faced concealer, and this is in the shade Mocha. And I'm just going to use a little bit because a little bit goes a long way for this one. So just be very careful. You don't want to overdo it with this, you know. And I'm going to trace my lips. Alright, so now I'm grabbing my brush from Real Techniques. This is the buffing brush, and I'm just going to buff out the concealer. Going to do the same to the nose, bring that down. And go over my lip. All right, to set the under eye, I'm gonna grab my RCMA powder and I'm gonna grab this brush from Sigma. This is the F35. I'm gonna set my smile lines around the nose, forehead. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with this bronzer right here from Wet n Wild. This one is in the shade What Shady Beaches. And I'm just going to grab a brush from BH Cosmetics, just like this. And I'm just going to apply that right over the cream contour. All right, so now we're gonna jump right back into the eyes. I'm gonna grab a little bit of Naked, and I'm going to grab it on a brush like this. This one is a BH Cosmetics brush, and I'm just going to apply some of that on the lower lash line. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a brush like this. This one is the JH39 brush, and I'm going to grab Burnt, which is the shade that we applied on the lid, and I'm just going to run that on the lower lash line. And just to add a little bit more of that warmth on the lower lash line, I'm going to grab a pencil brush this time, and I'm going to go in with Naked again and just go right here. I'm going to go back in with that BH Cosmetics brush, and I'm just going to blend all that together and just soften it up. I'm also going to grab a little bit more of that e.l.f. glittery shadow, and I'm using the JH42 brush. I'm just going to grab some and apply it on the inner corner of the eye, just like that. You don't have to do this, but I think it looks really pretty. I'm also going to grab a little bit of mascara and apply some on the lower lashes. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with some highlighter. I'm gonna grab my Morphe highlighting brush, and I'm gonna grab my Glow Kit from Anastasia, and I'm gonna spray the brush, of course, because I love that wet look. So I'm gonna spray that brush a little bit, and I'm just going to mix Summer and Moonstone together. And just apply that. Ooh, look how pretty. Love these. Love. Gotta love a good highlight, you know? And I'm also going to apply some on the tip of my nose, lips, a little bit on the forehead, not much, a little bit on the chin. Yeah. And let's see. Now, I'm gonna go in to lips. My lips are like a little dry. Actually, no, they still have a little bit of moisture. So I'm going to grab this lip liner from MAC. This one is in Subculture, I believe. Yeah. And I'm just going to line my lips. And now I'm going to grab this one from Maybelline. This is the Vivid Hot Lacquer, and this is in the shade Unreal. This is my favorite. Alright, so to finish off the look, I'm going to grab this from Wet n Wild. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Coconut 3-in-1 Primer Water. Alright guys, so this is the final look right here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!